At 8:13 p.m., somewhere over the dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, a man stood at the back of a commercial airplane. Below him, darkness, rain, wind moving at nearly 200 miles per hour. He wasn't a trained skydiver, he wasn't wearing proper gear, and yet, he stepped into the night and vanished. No body, no parachute, no confirmed identity. More than 50 years later, investigators still don't know who he was, or what really happened after he jumped. This is the true story of DB Cooper. On November 24, 1971, the night before Thanksgiving, a man committed the only unsolved skyjacking in aviation history. What makes this case unforgettable isn't just the crime, it's the calm precision, the confidence, and the possibility that he may have gotten away with it, or died trying. The man used the name Dan Cooper. Later, a media error would rename him DB Cooper, a name that would become legend. Witnesses described him as middle-aged, calm, well-dressed, polite, forgettable. He ordered a bourbon and soda, paid in cash, and blended in perfectly. Nothing about him raised suspicion until he handed a small note to a flight attendant. At first, she didn't read it. She thought it was a joke, but Cooper leaned closer and spoke calmly. He said, "I suggest you read that note." The message was simple. "I have a bomb in my briefcase. I want you to sit next to me." Slowly, he opened the briefcase. Inside were wires and red cylindrical objects. He didn't panic. He didn't threaten. He explained exactly what he wanted. $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel stop in Seattle. If his demands were not met, he would detonate the bomb. Authorities took him seriously. When the plane landed in Seattle, the money was delivered. The parachutes were handed over. Cooper released every passenger. No one was harmed, no chaos, no rush. Only the flight crew remained, and that's when things became strange. Cooper ordered the plane back into the air. Headed south, he demanded low altitude, slow speed, and something very specific. The rear staircase. Lowered mid-flight, only someone with inside knowledge of the aircraft would know that was possible. Outside, the weather was brutal. Heavy rain, strong winds, near freezing temperatures. Still, Cooper remained calm. At some point during the flight, a warning light appeared in the cockpit. The rear staircase had been deployed somewhere between Washington and Oregon. DB Cooper opened the back of the plane. No one saw him jump. No one heard a scream, only a sudden shift in air pressure, and then he was gone into darkness, into history. In FBI history, hundreds of agents, military helicopters, search teams across forests and rivers, they found nothing, no body, no parachute. Years later, a small portion of the ransom money was discovered buried along a riverbank, but Cooper himself left no trace. Many investigators believe the jump was simply too dangerous, the weather too violent, the terrain too unforgiving, no helmet, no survival gear, no backup plan. But if he died, where is the body? Others believe Cooper knew exactly what he was doing. He understood aircraft mechanics. He chose the jump location carefully. Some believe he had military training, and that he disappeared, back into normal life, living quietly, under a different name. Some investigators believe the jump itself was the distraction, that Cooper planned every detail, including never being found, no mistakes, no witnesses, no ending, only questions. In 2016, after 45 years, the FBI officially closed the case. No confirmed suspect, no final conclusion, no answers. DB Cooper became legend. Somewhere, he may lie in an unmarked grave, or sit quietly in a living room, or remain lost forever. In the wilderness below, one man, one jump, one mystery, that refuses to die. And until the truth is found, DB Cooper is still missing.